Hello, my name is Jeff Brown, and you may have noticed that the summer of 2022 has not been kind to music on the rocks. I have been doing this pretty much every week for over 2 years, and then everything got a little weird. I went and I injured my thumb, and that took way longer to heal than I had expected because getting old sucks. Everything takes a little bit longer, your forehead starts getting a little higher, the white comes in and brings its friends, and it's just a mess. But eventually, I was able to heal, and everything was great, and I was poised to continue on just fine. Then I got COVID, and mind you, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist, so you can take whatever I say for what it's worth. But getting COVID sucked. It was not fun, and my understanding is that if I hadn't had my vaccination and my booster, it would have been way worse. And it was already not pleasant. So, I urge all of you, in the interest of making things less bad than they have to be, talk to your care provider about getting yourself vaccinated and boosted if you haven't already. And if you have, then good on you. However, you should still be careful because you can still get it. And if you do get it, please keep it to yourself. So, it was a pretty gnarly road, and I have to say I'm still not quite at the point where I am comfortable enough singing, even though I have tested negative for several weeks now. So yeah, that has not been great. So all of these have resulted in music on the rocks not really being a feasible thing for a while. And unfortunately, today is a continuation of that. However, I do have a lot of whiskey, so we're going to go with today and possibly the next week or two with Jeff on the rocks, because frankly, that's kind of how I feel. But so yes, we will be having whiskey, and it'll be great, and there will not be music right now because I'm just not comfortable with making music in such a manner that will be entertaining to anyone. So, but we do have whiskey, and today we are coming to Charlottesville, Virginia, I believe is where this is located. Last week I wasn't doing anything. Last time, I'm pretty sure I tried the Ragged Branch Wheated Bourbon. So today, we are going to go with the Signature Bourbon Whiskey by Ragged Branch. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I was not a fan, if I remember correctly, of the Wheated Bourbon, which is weird because usually I am. But, it is what it is. So today, we visit Charlottesville, Virginia for the Ragged Branch Signature Bourbon Whiskey. Cheers, my friends. It's good to be back. Now, fortunately, COVID did a lot of things to me. It affected my mental health more than my physical health, but that is another video entirely. Fortunately, I can still smell, and I can still breathe, and I can still taste, so I can continue to do this as well as possible. Cheers. All right, so it's got a pretty immediate brown sugar sweetness that gives way pretty quickly to that kind of spicy bitterness and almost a leathery feel. It's got some pretty hefty legs. And yeah, just like that, the finish is kind of gone. So it's very, very sweet and in your face, and then it just kind of gets really dry and leathery and just not great. So you know what? I'm not a huge fan of this, but that is okay. Hopefully, we will be back next week with maybe not as much music, but also some more whiskey. So, from music on the rocks to me being on the rocks to whatever it is that's going to happen with this show for at least the immediate future, know that I am still going to be here to share a little bit of my whiskey and maybe slightly less of my music until I feel able to. But I am happy to be back, happy to be sampling some more of my whiskeys and bourbons and scotches and whatnot. And I look forward to sharing all of this with you. Cheers, my friends.